Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Purnima.
Hi. Sorry, I'm a bit late.
No, 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 no. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Okay, my screen is visible to you.
Yeah, I can. One thing I wanted to ask, I did download Python. When I tried to install it, it says
Mm,
uh, it doesn't work. A version doesn't work for your PC.
uh, you have Windows 10, right?
Yeah, Windows 10. Yeah. So if you can
Okay.
send me the link for version.
I'm showing you that what what you have to download.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, I have tell you in the video. If you look at the videos, just go for this version, not this version.
Okay.
Okay.
I did some
Uh,
community one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm,
you have to download community. If you look at my video one, I have
mhm.
tell there that you have to download community version.
Oh, I'll go through the
As
details.
I think so, you have downloaded maybe this one or maybe this one, but you have to download .exe, not
Okay.
ARM64. .exe
Mhm.
Windows only.
Sure. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, I think so. You don't watch my first video.
Yeah, I will do. You carry on now.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday we have done like if nested if else. Now we are doing the looping concepts, and generally there are two types of loops. First is while loop, and second is, you can say, for loop. Okay, in while loop, I will be checking that every time that condition is true, then it will keep going on. Otherwise, it will quit. The while loop will run for true condition by default. Okay. Now, if you remember that I have draw you the paint that the while loop will always, can say, run for true, then my code will execute. But if it is, can say, false, say, when it is false, then it will exit the code. It is by default. For this, I will make a new file, make name as looping concept. In the while loop, what actually is happen is that we will take a variable name as, you can say, var equal to 0, and I will run my while loop till var is less than equal to 10. Now, this is the condition which is I am passing. Okay. Now, here I will, can say, uh, print my var variable, and here I will increment it by var plus 1. Okay. And you see that what I'm doing, first of all, I have, this is, can say, initializing my variable. Now here this is the condition, okay, and here this is an incrementation, okay. So my first of all I have initialized my variable, then I've given the condition while var less than equal to 10, then it will print the variable, then it will increment the variable by 1. The thing is doing, first it will, here it is 0, then it will go inside the while loop where print the variable, then it will increment the variable by 1. So if I run this and say, now you see that it will print till 10, not above 10. The thing is that when it loops come here, it will increment by 1. Then again it will go back to the condition that it will check that now the 0, you can say first time it is 0, then it will increment by 1, then it will go here. If it checks is 1 is less than equal to 10, okay, the condition holds true. Then again it print the variable 1, then again it go to the this condition and increment by value 1, that is 2. Then again it come back to this while loop and checks whether 2 is less than equal to 10, which is again true. So this way 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10. As I have write equal to, suppose if I write less than, so what will happen, you see that it will print till 9, not 10. So you have to be very precise by writing less than or less than equal to. Okay. Now, so this way the while loop executes. The same way I have my another loop, the loop condition, that is for loop. Now, for loop is very flexible. I can write as for I in range, and I can pass any range. Suppose I pass between 20 to 60. So I will then uh, print my I. Okay. Now, if uh, if I run my code, first I will, no, no. If I run my code, now you see that it will start from 20 and it will print to 59, not to 60. So be sure that it will not print the maximum value. It will print the last value it prints is maximum minus 1 always. Okay. Now, what's the benefit is there is for loop is that I don't have to increment the value. Here, I have to do the incrementation. Okay. But here, I don't have to increment the value by here I have write var equal to var plus 1. Here I don't have to give such thing. It will keep on running until the range has been completed. That means it going to start from 20 and it will run towards 59. So this is the point to remember that for loop will run towards maximum range minus 1. So I will bring this in one bracket so that you can remember that it will run towards, I will write it at 20 to 59. Okay. So this is how for loops works. For loop is going to be very helpful when we are working with the data structures in Python, but that I'm not going to discuss right now because that is totally something different. Just that the syntax of for loop is this way. Now, associated with the looping condition, I have three keywords. Okay. Now, these keywords are, and say, break, continue, and pass. Now, these three keywords are going to be very helpful. I will discuss them one by one. Let's just talk about the break first. Break keyword. What break will do, it is going to check the condition. Suppose, let's say in my, can say, I will here, yeah, where equal to where plus one. Now here, suppose I will give the condition if where equal to 5, then say break. Okay. Now if I can print, okay. Now uh, now if I run my code, execute my code, you will see 912. Okay, this is my, so now you see that it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, but it will not print the remaining values.
So, but
Okay.
won't print 5 then.
No, 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 no. Because my print statement is after the break. When the code reaches here, it will terminate the loop. So my code never goes here. You can check here by this, and you can say, mm, suppose I comment this one and run this one print. So now you see when first time it is 0. Okay, 0 plus 1, then variable value goes to 1. Now where is not equal to 5? It will go for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, after printing the 4, here in this step, my variable becomes 5. But right now, there is no print statement after this. Okay? If you want to print 5, you can print over here. So after that, if you want to check, you can print it over here. Now, if I run my code, now you see it will print 5
Because print was not there. Okay.
because my condition is that if my variable var becomes 5, then it will go into this condition and break. So break will uh, terminate the code at that instant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, I can do it for my for loop as well. Now here I will say print I. Now suppose if I say if I equal to you can say 34 or you can say any number 28, then if I equal to 20, then break. Okay. Now suppose if I run this, now it will print 28 and after that nothing will be printed. As I have applied the condition when the number is equal to 28, then break the loop. It will break the loop instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now comes the next keyword, which is continue. Okay. Suppose now here where I put the break, suppose I put here continue. Now giving the condition, then when my variable becomes 5, then giving the condition continue. Okay. Now if I run my code, now you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 is not there. Okay. It skip the specific condition. Okay. You see that it skips the 5
Yeah, but why would it skip the 5?
because I have used the word continue. Continue means that you should continue your code, but you have to skip this particular. You can continue your loop as loop will continue, but this value will skip. By skip, or you can say continue. It
Can
is
you scroll
asking,
down bit up to which numbers they have? Because initially you gave 28, but we don't have 28 here. So if you go bit down, please, in the
yeah.
numbers in the results
Uh,
window.
okay, this is a bit confusing. First of all, I may comment this. Now, again, I run. Now, you see, this is while loop. This is the result of while loop. That 5 has not come. Okay,
But
continue means,
why numbers are coming up to 11 only?
uh, pardon,
Why numbers in the results window are coming up to 11?
you will see that when continue is used, uh, I can say, suppose if I run here, 12, this is a thing which is uh, confusing in continue. Now, suppose I less than equal to 12 and I will run my loop, it will run 13 because you can say mm, when the loop skips, it says continue, it skips the loop, but the counting is again doing. It skips the particular, you can say, particular number of loop, but the counting is doing again and again and again, so that it becomes 13. It's confusing, but remember that when you use the word continue, it will run plus one. Okay?
No, that's okay. Plus one concept, I got it. But this, we didn't give any break. Then why five is not there?
No, 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 no. Just suppose. Now I will tell you, uh, like first when the I will take a small example till 5, and when I say it is 3, continue. Okay? Then if I now 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You see that these are total number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My loop runs 5 times. Okay? Suppose 0 to 5. 0. Uh, I can suppose my loop runs 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many times my loop run? The counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You understand this?
Yeah, this one I got it.
Yeah. Then my I'm saying that in my first when I do the incrementation, then when it reaches the first point, I can say it becomes 0 equal to 0 plus 1. Now my variable becomes 1. Okay. In the first, when it's running first, it becomes 1. And if variable equal to 3, it will not go into this condition. So it will go direct to the this condition. So it says print. So it will print 1. Okay. Now again, when I it again starts with where it again checks now variable is now 1. 1 is again less than 5. Then again it will go here to this condition that variable equal to 1 plus 1. Now it becomes 2. So now again my condition here, imagine if 2 equal to 3, no. Then it will go to this condition, print variable. That's why it prints 2. Okay. Now again my condition 2 is less than equal to 5. Yes, again the while conditions represents true. Then 2, then variable is equal to 2 plus 1. Now it is 3. Now it will go into this condition and I say continue. By saying continue, it will skip this part and comes back to starting point. Okay, now my variable is 3. I have skipped this part, and 3 equal to 3 plus 1. Okay, now my variables become 4. That's why it types 4, 4. Okay, now my this is the third time my loop runs. Again, then run for 5, then again run for 6. That's the way it is doing. This the skip only 3, but it will run. Okay, this is a bit confusing. When you practice it, you will get to know. The continue word is for use to skip specific condition. I will say skip specific condition. But loop have to run. You can say, but loop will run, but it will skip the specific condition. You can say when it encounters the continue keyword, the loop will skip the value of 3, that it is not going to print the value of 3. It reaches to the start of loop. If I write, you can say print, suppose I will type, you can say test. It will not print test as well. Suppose if I run my code, you see 1 test, 2 test, 3 no test. Whatever I write after the continue keyword, it will not execute that code. It will go to the start of the loop and continue the loop, but it will skip the specified condition. Okay. Now the
Okay,
con
hang on
it's a
one
bit
second. So button here, it's printing test for like every bar, but zero is not there now.
because I have print here. If I use print here, it will print. Just look at
If it says
when I,
print variable, so which one is variable it's taking? And now it's because you just give print variable, and print
yeah,
variable we have here as well. You know,
no, just
variable
look
is
at here
less than or
when
equal to 5, and
just
we have 6 as well here.
yeah, just follow my words. When the loop starts, now variable is 0. When the loop starts,
Yeah,
here it will print 0. Okay.
yeah,
Here my variable becomes where equal to 0 plus 1. Now my variable becomes 1. You understand? Here my
yeah.
variable
This was the
becomes,
condition before as well, and it was printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah, because
3 was skipping only.
yeah, just look at that where I'm putting the printing condition. Here when I'm putting the printing condition, suppose I comment this one, and suppose I will here I can suppose I print, you can say check. Okay, now if I run my code, you see it's printing for the first time 0, then check, then increments the value by 1, then for the print the value which is again 1, because here it is increment by 1. Suppose if I say control C. Now, if I put the my condition here, now what will happen? It will go in infinite. That's why I have put it over there. Okay. So this is you have to know that where to put conditions. Here my first time my variable is 0. That's why it's
You-
print.
If you says if var is equal to 3, then continue. But this time it's not skipping 3. If you do put continue
That's
here, it should skip
that's why
3.
it will go into the infinite loop. It is going to infinite loop. It will go into infinite loop. That's why.
So why it will go into infinite loop?
mm,
Because
um,
we this is same similar we have done before, and it was just
mm.
skipping 3. So we took the same value
So
3,
that's because you have to put condition. You have to put incrementation before the condition.
but it was same before as well.
Mm, okay. Just look into this. When this loop starts, the variable value is, I will, in the first, can say here, in the first when it runs for the first time, its value here is 0. Okay. Now it will print check. Okay. Now,
You know, I got to know one thing.
yeah.
You have mentioned continue is just for skipping. So if we are giving 3 here, why it's not skipping it this time? So
No,
continue
no.
is used wherever we will use continue. It will
Mhm.
skip that var. So why it's this time it's not
It is
skipping the
skipped. I'm telling you it is skipped, but you are confusing that in which part it is skipped. Now I will tell you. Again, I will run. Now this is the first time. Okay. This is the second time, second loop when variable here is 1, then it prints check. Okay. Suppose here after I will print the statement here check 1, and I will print my variable again. Okay, then I will put print star. Okay, now if I run my code again, now when it is in first time when it enters the loop, it prints 0, then it prints check. My variable is increment by 1, then check 1, it's 0. Now you see that first the variable is 0. Now after incrementation, it becomes 1. Okay, then star, then it check the condition that it is now it is 1. 1 is not equal to 3. So it will print var, which is again 1, then print test, then print line. Then again it go back to the first part. Now the value of variable is 1. Again, it will check 1 is less than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Here, my my second loop starts. Okay. Now, value is variable when is 1. Then it prints check. Okay. Now, variable is increment by 1. Then prints check 1. Then variable becomes 2.
No, 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 hang on here. Here it should say variable plus 1. So this condition should be 2. So because
This, yeah, this is 2. It is printing 2. That's why I'm saying that after check 1, I have put the print where then it is printing 2. That's why I've put the signs here. This is the second loop. After this part, this is the second loop. Okay? It's
so why
increment
is saying one and then check?
because I have print here when it enters. This is suppose you are confused because there is no brackets here. Okay, I'm again saying that this is the condition. This is a loop where the loop starts. It suppose again I'm telling you when it enters the first time, my variable is 0. So it will print 0 for the first time. Then it will print check. Then my variable I increment by 1. So after check 1, it will print 1. Okay, then it prints stars. Then it checks the condition. Again I print the value 1, then print test, then print the minus sign. So again it will go to this starting. Now here is checks 1 is less than equal to 5 because my variable is 1. Yeah, it gives 1 is less than equal to 5. So again it enters the loop. It will print 1, then check. Then after that variable will increment by 1, which is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So here it will say check 1 and 2. Again it checks the condition 2 is equal to 3, which is not. Now it will print again 2.
Just hold on here. So it says, go bit up, please.
Yeah, yeah,
So print var here when it's if var before that it is a print before there's a print. Just go bit up. So you says uh, var
yeah,
is equal to var plus one, which is two now.
yeah,
Print check one.
yeah. After that I have print the variable again.
Print
So it
variable. So
becomes,
the variable was one, not
yeah,
two.
but no, no. If 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, I'm in the
Okay,
second loop. I'm in the
okay, it's
second
fine.
loop.
It's fine. Then it says print this. So what did it print it?
Where
So print variable two, and then after that, what it's printed? If you go
print,
go down in the result window, please. Okay, just so this it has printed this fine. Now it says
yeah,
if variable is equal to three.
yeah, but 2 is not equal to 3. Okay,
No,
2
but
is
initially, if var is equals to three, then what should come? It should two shouldn't come here.
no, 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 but my variable is 2, but 2 is not equal to 3, so it will not go into the condition. This is this is one condition. So if it not if it not will go in this condition, then it will continue with this. Okay, but if variable becomes 3 here, then it will go to this continue condition, continue keyword, and it will not print where test. Suppose when it becomes 3, so when it becomes 3, it will 3,
But it's
then it will
printing three.
no, no, no. So because there is a thing like if I say there is a while loop, I will say while this while true, and I say here I'm saying that my you have to let's suppose my variable equal to 0. So here I am initialize my variable. So This this way we're checking the condition that variable is less than equal to 5. Okay, variable is you can say where is less than equal to 5. So here first I am can say uh, printing the values print
No,
values
this sorry to disturb you.
no,
This
no,
one I got it. We just changed the print method and this print that, but we didn't change this if var is equal to 3 continue. So my question is fine, doesn't matter, it won't print or it will print or not print. But in previously when we were giving this condition, if var is equals to 3, then skip basically.
Mhm,
And we won't print. Sprint is completely different thing, but now what it is doing, it's
mhm.
printing this 3.
No, no, you won't understand. The where I putting the print statement matters. Suppose if I, you can say, delete this one or delete this one. Okay. Now
Mhm.
it will not print 3. Okay. Suppose I will look at and say, now it prints 3 or not. The thing is that where I'm putting the print statement in the first loop, okay, when it here it becomes variable becomes 1, 0 plus 1. Now first in the first statement it is 0. You understand that in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
first it is 0. Now variable equal to 0 plus 1, it is become 1.
Mhm.
It becomes 1. Okay, then for the condition that 1 is equal to 3, which is not, then it will print variable test, then this. Okay, then again it reaches the starting point. Again it checks the condition that now variable is 1. 1 is less than equal to 5, which is true. Again it goes inside. Now variable becomes 2. 1 plus 1, 2. Then again it checks 2 is equal to 3. It's not. Then it print 2, then test, then these lines. Then again it goes to here and checks that 2 is less than equal to 5, which is again true. So here variable equal to 2 plus 1, 3. So it will check the condition if 3 is equal to 3, which is true, then it will go inside this condition and go to the keyword continue. Continue, then it will skip all this. It will not print 3, it will not print test, and it will not print these lines. So these are lines are there not. Okay, but when again it is 3, again it comes back to starting point. It will check 3 is less than equal to 5. Yeah, it is true. So variable becomes now 4. Now it will check the condition 4 equal to 3. No. Then again it will print 4, test this, there, 4, test, then this line. Okay.
This
The
one I
thing,
got it, but previous one, whatever you were doing, that I didn't get. This one I
okay,
got it, it's fine because it's clearly say print here.
yeah.
When the bar equals to
The
3,
thing is that where I'm putting the print statement, here I'm printing the statement before, after the incrementation. Suppose this will, again, I will put it here. Okay. Then now this thing, it will print, don't get confused. It will print 3 here. Okay. Because I am printing the statement before incrementation. Okay. Now you see, it will print 3 here. So thing is that where are you putting the print statement matters.
so why it's giving 3 here now?
I will tell you. Don't get confused in continue keyword. Continue will skip the code which is after the continue keyword. It skips all the code which is after the continue keyword. Okay, suppose I will run loop.
Yeah, but initially you said if whatever we have given in the var, like this three, suppose if we give four, it will skip those things.
No, no, no. It will skip all the code after the continue keyword. Whichever code is coming after the continue keyword, it will not execute. It will skip.
So previously it was skipping three.
Now, because I have print before the continue keyword. Suppose when I enter the loop, the my variable is 0. You got it? When it enters the loop first time, it is 0. So it prints 0. Then it prints test. Then it prints lines. Okay, here it is incremented by 1. So variable becomes 1. It checks for the condition that variable is 1. No. Then then it again go back to the my starting of loop because there is no, you can say no specific print statements are there, no nothing to be done here. So it again goes to starting of loop. Here it will check that 1 is less than equal to 5. It here, yes, it is true, so it will print 1, then test, then these lines, then it incremented by the value 2, 1, so it becomes 2. So it checks 2 equal to 3, no, then it again here comes here. Now it is 2 is less than equal to 5. It say yes. Then it prints 2. Then it prints test. Then prints lines. And then 2 variable becomes 2 plus 1. Now 3. After that 3 equal to 3. So it will go again. Now value of variable is 3. Okay. So it checks 3 is less than equal to 5. It says yes. Print variable is 3 is less than 5, so it will print 3. Suppose if I can say hmm,
Yeah, yeah. So that is why my question. When we were giving previously three, it was and continue. It was a skipping three. It was printing one to six numbers, but three was not there. And same formula var is equals to var plus one was there as well.
okay, let me explain you again that suppose if I this is not in the use print, this print is not in this condition, it is outside the if condition. Okay, now I uh, write word skip. Okay, and say I will write print star star star. Now if I run my code, now you see when it is 3, you can say in when it 0 test, then skip this, then again 1 test this, skip 2 when it say 2 test, it is here. Now when it is here, so 2, now it is here test, now this print this line, now here it will become 3. Okay, it will become 3. Now it checks 3 into 3, 3 is equal to 3. Okay, now here it will not print skip, not the stars. Here you see it will not print in the now it is print, no it prints a skip, now it prints a star. Okay, so the thing is that where I put my print statements matters.
But it is printing. On number three, if you go, it's printing skip.
You're getting confused. If I put my print statement here, now there is no 3 here. The thing is that I'm putting these statements after the incrementation and after you can check the condition. So it will not print 3. Okay. The thing you have to look that here I'm doing my incrementation and here is the condition. Okay. And after the condition matches, it will not print. When variable becomes 3, it will not print 3, nor test, nor these lines. You can see that it is not print anything over here with 3. Just practice. Just practice. If you find any problem, I will help you out. Don't worry. Okay. Now, the continue keyword is different from break keyword, as break totally terminate the code, but continue keyword skip particular statement loop. Okay. Now, can say you can do this for you can say for continue. Okay. Now, okay. Now, if I run my for loop, you will see that there is no 28 here.
Yeah, I got this point. Continue will skip that particular. But when you were doing the another thing, three was
The thing is that I'm printing before the validation. I'm printing, you can say I'm printing here when the loop starts. It sometimes, if I suppose here I will give 4, some uh, every time, sometime 4 will come. You can say 4 is there. 4 will come na after you can say first condition, first loop, second loop, third loop, fourth loop will come na. That I am printing here. Okay, if I print over here, it will not print. That it will skip the particular loop. Okay, so don't get confused. So I'm printing here and I'm printing here. So don't get confused. Okay, now just you practice. If you find any difficulty, just ping me. I can surely help you. Now, third keyword is pass keyword, which is a very special kind of keyword. Suppose we are making some function. I will discuss function as well. Now the pass keyword is usually used when you just want to keep a place for particular function. Suppose mm, suppose there is a class. Okay, and there are some functions in this class. Okay. Now in that class, I want to create some functions name, but I don't want to execute these functions, nor any print statement, nothing I want to. I want to add these functions. I just want to keep them as place in my class. Python will not allow me. The thing which I am doing, like uh, if there's nothing over here. Okay. Now, then suppose if I run, you see, it will give indentation error at line 20 because Python will not allow me to do this. The pass keyword will actually help me to get over that error, which Python will give me if I don't have any, you can say if I don't have any execute statement in the that. Okay. Now, if I say, can say pass. Now, if I run my code, so now that error goes. So I have introduced the pass keyword. It is not generally used, but it is a useful one. It's a useful keyword. Sometimes it's a lot of helpful. So this was about the keywords break, continue, and pass. Now, moving forward, we are going to start with the topics which is local and global variables. And can say if we got the time, we will discuss about date type functions as well. Firstly, I will take a topic of, you can say, local group variable. The thing is that what we have done till now, the while loop, it is bit confusing. So you have you have to be there with decision making of yours, that where to put where condition, where to put which condition. Okay, so don't worry, you will get to know this. Okay, now firstly I will take a example of my, can say, local global example. Okay, now let me just take a small example that suppose uh, suppose you have a factory. uh, I'm audible to you, na?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, actually, oh yeah. Suppose there is a factory and there are some rooms, and say this is room one, this is room two. Okay, this is, you can say, room one, and this is your room two. So whichever person is in room one can work only in room one. Okay, and whichever the person is in room 2 can only work in room 2. But there are persons like, you can say, uh, X person, name with name X person, and there is person named Y, there is person named Z. Suppose these are the person's name. They can work anywhere in the factory. It can be is room 1, room 2, or in this whole facility. Okay? So this is there, you can say that scope of X is all the factories or in all the rooms. But scope of the person which are working in room 1, like can say uh, S, name S, you can say name G, but their scope is inside the room 1. They cannot work outside their room. They cannot work in room 2, room 3, or so on, but they can work only in room 1. Now, same kind of thing is happening, can say, mm, same kind of thing is happening in language as well. Now, there is a class, and in this class, we have some, can say, functions like function 1, function 2, and so on function. And these functions have their variables like variable A, variable B, and this function has variable C and variable D. And this class has some variables like variable X, variable Y, variable Z. So scope of these variables is inside this function only. They cannot access these C or D, and these variables cannot access this function and this variable. But these variables can be used in any of those functions. Okay? I'm saying that this is, you can say that this is function 1 and this is function 2. C and D variables cannot access by function 1, and similarly A and B variables cannot access by function 2, but function 1 can access x variable x, y, and z as they are in the global. So A and B are the local variable, as scope of these variables are inside the function only. And A and B is also local variable, as the scope of this variable is inside the function 1 only. But x, y, z are the global variable, as scope of these variables x, y, z are inside the class and inside the functions which are coming under the class. Okay, so we now, to understand it, we will make a new class. Suppose and say mm, x equal to 50. So, yeah, yeah. Suppose I declare my variable as x equal to 50. Okay, now suppose I have variable x whose value is 50, and I want to use the x variable inside another function. Now function is nothing but a set of statements which I have bounded in particular area. So this is how we declare a function by writing the keyword def and the name of the function. Suppose I write local function and with this and this. So here I can call this function now. So now if I want to call this function, suppose uh, result equal to x multiply by 2 and will print result. Now here I can call my function by simple writing and brackets. This is how to call a function in Python. Now if I run my code, you see it prints 100. That 2 into 50 is 100. Suppose I take 60, so it will print 120. So now this is a global variable. But suppose I want to assess this result outside this function. Suppose if here I write print result, now it will give me an error that there is no name unresolved. Okay, so this result is a local variable and this variable x is a global variable. I can access this in as many functions as I want. Okay, suppose I will write def um, plus function and suppose here sum equal to can say x plus 5. Okay, and here I will say print sum. Now x is 60 here, so my result should be 65. So when I call this function, it will print 65. So it will print 65. So this is global variable. So now actually I think so a meeting will be closed any minute. Okay. So if you have any contact, so can I contact you?
It's fine. I will let you know.
Okay.
I will let
Uh,
you. Yeah, for
yeah.
further. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are coming tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, I will let you know.
Okay. Then Ashish will mail you. Okay. Tell
Yeah,
them
yeah.
on the mail as try classes are over.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Hope I am doing fine with you, fine studying with you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Okay.